Peace. How the fuck's everybody doing today? Isn't this gonna be a big surprise? Woo! Because I'm putting up another puppy pot and chill after I just did one. I wasn't planning on doing another one, but something big came across, and I can't bail out on it. So, I rolled me a cigarette, I loaded my pipe, I did a little bit of writing, and here in a second we'll get into it. So if you want to smoke with me really quick, hit pause, load a bowl and get ready because I'm going to smoke a little bit of pot. If you like what I do, give me a thumbs up, share it. If not, don't worry about it. That's cool. I love you fuckers anyway. Alright, Puppy Pot and Chill 747. Biden wants a magical fix. I don't think he's going to get it though. Literally, from Harry Potter it would have seemed. It would appear. Literally, it seems from Harry Potter, Biden comes out with the Ministry of Truth. Yes. And the Disinformation Board. Which to me sounds like a board that is going to push disinformation. And that makes sense because the woman who's leading the Disinformation Board, she herself pushed a bunch of disinformation. So much, in fact, that when it came time for her to take the post, she had to go through and delete a bunch of her social media so she wouldn't appear to be such a hypocritical moron. Luckily for us, though, there's a lot of smart people out there who took screenshots of her social media, so she really doesn't have much to hide behind. And let's face it, she's a hypocritical, ignorant bitch who was put in charge of a group that is supposed to stop disinformation. And what they did is give a ignorant person, an ignorant hypocrite, a platform to just literally, with a shovel, just throw ignorant shit, smears, lies, and fake news at people. And if you think that's not going to happen, go ahead. You just keep on believing those dumb Democrats, saying that they have their best mind and interest in for you. Well, if the people are what counts, then how come the Democrats keep fucking us? It seems to me more like the Democrats are more interested in lining their pockets with as much power and money as possible, and people like me and you, well, fuck us. So, and we won't mention names about who's running this new disinformation board. It's Nina Jankowicz. Alright, Nina Jankowicz. She's the one who has, in the past 6 years, been spreading fake news and tons of misinformation. And like I said, as a point, she apparently went through her social media and deleted or closed down that particular platform. Now, why would she do that? Perhaps she's a hypocrite on epic levels who does a flippity flop to look good for whomever's in front of her holding the money or position that she wants. See, this to me seems a little bit closer than what the bullshit line they're feeding us. Just putting that out there. She put her best face forward to get what she wanted. So to me, Nina is just a ignorant, hypocritical fucktard who has been given a position to spread disinformation and bullshit and to back the Democratic left no matter how stupid crazy they get. That's what I think her job is. CNN is officially tanked and is on its way out just months after its launch. I mean, on a much faster scale. I heard they knew that they were sinking, but they sunk at epic speeds. I mean, they were expecting this to last a little bit, but no, it tanked way fast, proving after its launch that no one believes or wants CNN, and absolutely definitely do not want to pay for fake news and lies. Fuck off, CNN. We're tired of your fucking stupid bullshit. Your Anderson Cooper, and everybody else on that show, they can just go fuck themselves. They're nothing but a bunch of liars. And how do you know if somebody from CNN is lying? Their lips are moving. Oh yeah, Elon fired Vijaya Gadya. I think Gadya? Vijaya? Alright, anyway, the big lawyer from Twitter, Elon went in and said, we don't need your racist, ignorant stupidity anymore. You need to go. And she's gone, along with the CEO. I can't pronounce his name, nor do I give a fuck enough to try to pronounce his name. Don't care. I don't care. I don't know who he is, and I could give a fuck less. They're saying they needed to cut him to save money. I mean, let's face it. Elon just spent $44 billion. He doesn't need to cut him to save money. He cut them because they're fucktards. He's just giving them a really nice out of the front door pat on the back, saying, there you go, your services are no longer wanted. Have a good life, fuck off. The Elon, you get my fucking, here, Elon, you get the POB, man. Ow! And this takes a lot of work for me, so you better fucking appreciate this. Ow! Good job. Good job, Elon. Good job. And there's your pat on the back. Let's take a hit. Oh. So the CEO and a big lawyer at the top gets canned. And I really want to say thank you to a lot of the Twitter employees, because they went above and beyond to help Elon. The victims and the woke people are quitting, which, like I said, thank you. It saves Elon from having to fire your stupid ass. So thank you for quitting. No one will miss you. No one. I mean, your parents might, but if they know what kind of fucking piece of shit victim, social justice warrior you are, and they still tell you they love you, just know they're lying to you. If you're woke, you're just ignorant. But nonetheless, you quit, saving Elon from having to fire you. So, thanks to all you beta wimps that think you're entitled. Thanks for quitting and getting out of the way. It saves a lot of problems. And I really do hope that the 0.1% of you go fuck yourselves. And here's a biggie. The Supreme Court, we need to take a hit for this one. It's been leaked. We don't know by who. But it's been leaked that the Supreme Court will overturn Roe V Wade. It's going bye-bye. Now, what does this mean? Well, it's not an absolute gone. It's going to force states to decide whether they wish to support abortion or not and on what level. Um, Trigger laws went into effect almost immediately once it was found out what was going on. I mean, they won't become actual laws, but there was a lot of laws set aside ready to go that if this were to happen, these laws would fall into place. A lot of them saying no more abortion, period. It's going to get ugly. It's already fugly, and it's just going to get worse. The big thing of this is, first off, just bear in mind it was a leak, okay, not an actual thing from SCOTUS. So the leak comes out that Roe v. Wade is going to be dropped, and I know that there are trigger laws out there in a lot of these states that will go into effect when Roe v. Wade becomes official, and things are going to change. But like I said, it's not an absolute abortions being illegal. It's just that's what the high court says. And here's the deal. I don't like abortion, but it's not my place to tell somebody else what to do with their body. I think people should be able to be free to do whatever they want to themselves, so long as they're not hurting anyone else. Did you get that? I don't care what you do as long as you don't hurt somebody else. Now, having said that, like I said, I don't like abortions. I'm not going to attempt to tell somebody else what they can or cannot do with their body. I just hope these people make good decisions. But will this be the catalyst to start a even larger civil war? That's the question I have in mind. Is this going to be what separates the remainder of the people so everybody picks sides so that the war might actually be pushed out and it won't be closeted civil war like we have now, but out in the open civil war where people are afraid to walk down the streets or voice their opinion in fear of getting shot? I hope not. But I was right about this. I just didn't think it was come this quick. I figured that the Supreme Court wouldn't hand down this decision until June or July, something like that. But I was surprised. Homeland Security, along with the new Ministry of Truth, assured the people that they will not be monitoring American citizens because they say they don't do that. Even though it has been proven in the past that the Homeland Security has absolutely 100% monitored groups and individuals in the past for far less than what is happening now. Keep that in mind. Big Brother says they're not going to fucking monitor you, but they monitor you now. As it sits right now. Homeland Security, I forget what that abbreviation is. Anyway, the Ministry of Truth. The Homeland Security and the Ministry of Truth are going to keep truth alive without monitoring people? How are they going to do that? That's like saying, I'm gonna keep an ear out so I know what's going on, but then plugging your ears and humming. If you want to know what's going on, you got to listen. I think that to monitor fake news and disinformation, government will absolutely monitor, snoop into what the people do on the down low. Just so as to not raise any alarms and scare people, just like they are doing now with our phones, Alexa, Siri, and other apps. You know, I mean, they say they're not listening or watching, but they absolutely are. All right. And if you think it's going to change, it's not. And if you think the government cares about you and how you feel about this, you're in for a rude awakening. Big Brother will be watching. They just don't want people to know and get scared. So they're saying, no, we're not going to do any monitoring. Yes, they are. Absolutely, 100%. They are going to monitor as much as they can and sieve out and collect as much information as possible. That's just, they've been doing it. It's not going to change. And if you think they're not doing that to me, yeah. If you have a Siri, Alexa, or OK Google, or any other thing where you ask a question in thin air and then this device answers you back, gives you an answer, that means they're listening. Oh, but they're only listening for them to say. No, if they're listening 24/7, and they are listening for key words, but that doesn't mean that they are just like they're listening but they're not paying attention or something. Computers don't know how to do that. Computers listen and put everything to data. Everything. You know, just to end this on something stupid, I couldn't believe it, but I watched a commercial about how a skinny woman got ill, and in the recovery process, she took a poop transplant from her daughter who was overweight, almost obese. I would say obese, but they just said overweight. And they gave this poop transplant from the daughter to the mother, and the mother started to gain weight quickly and became obese herself. What the commercial goes on to say is that the poop biomes are the reason for skinny and fat people and the key to losing and or gaining weight and the person's health. What they don't tell you is that all along with the poop transplant, you know, these people also ate 24/7, just stuffing their face, and they got fat. And other people ate a regimented small amount of food. And it was crazy. The people who ate less lost weight, and the people who ate all the time gained weight. And it didn't. I'd be willing to guarantee. I'd love to put 24/7 cameras in these people's houses to catch them in their lies. So, you know, get the truth, because they're saying it's the shit biomes that made me fat and makes me healthy. No, no, you idiots. What you put into your body and what your body gleans from that and then pushes out the waste, we get energy from putting stuff into our face. It's as simple as that. If you want to get fat, you put a bunch of food in your face. If you want to lose weight, you put just a little bit of food in your face. Anybody that's willing to sell you, if you're dumb enough to believe that you can get a poop transplant and gain and lose weight, well, I think you should go ahead and invest in it. I'm not even going to try to talk you out of it, because that's a special kind of stupid, and I refuse to lower myself to that level. Because here's the deal, when you fight with stupid people, it's not like they can come up to your level, so you must go down to their level. So you must actually drop down IQ points to argue with these people on their level, and they beat you every time because they are so experienced. Now, if you use logic on them, you lose them and they don't understand, and then you could say you won, but there's no way to actually prove that you won because the person you're arguing with doesn't even understand you. We got a lot of problems. We got a lot of shit going down. For some reason, mainstream media wants to hide the truth and talk about stupid shit. I guess that's the way it's going to be. But Roe V Wade is pretty big. Just know it's not 100% absolute. We're still talking about a leak, but let's face it, it's a leak from a first draft type of situation, which means that's what they're going to do. So anyway, buckle up, fuckers. It's going to be a hell of a ride. Try to prepare if you can. You know, it can't hurt to stock up some food and water. You know, prepare for the worst, hope for the best. You know, I had a rough time today trying to forgive people on the road, but always remember there's out there people having worse days than you. You know, try to give the benefit of the doubt to as many as you can. I try to. And then I get to the point where I'm too frustrated and I don't do it anymore. But at least I did for a while. I tried. So anyway, my point is, let's try to hate less. Let's try to love more. It's impossible to love everybody, but let's try to hate less. Let's just not hate. How about that? Like I said, if you like what I did, give it a thumbs up. Share it. If not, don't worry about it. I love you fuckers anyway. I hope you have a good day. Hope everything goes your way. Peace. I love you fuckers. And stay high, bitches.